What's up, queens and kings? This is your girl, Queen Shiva. Y'all see my little calendar. Y'all know this is a sit down talk video. Today we are going to be talking about starting a spiritual journey. I tried to film this yesterday, y'all, so I'm gonna look at both video footages and see which one I like better, and then I will post that one. But today I'm going to talk about starting a spiritual journey or mental health journeys. I feel like they go both hand in hand. So these are tips with starting it, because recently I started it in early summer. So I will let y'all know some tips and then give examples as to how it applies, or how I applied the example to my life, and that way y'all can kind of understand how to do that. So if you are interested in watching, keep on watching. Before we get to that, I do want to let y'all know, go ahead and throw that disclaimer out there. I am not saying that Christianity is a bad thing. I'm not saying that I do not believe in God. You have a right to believe in whatever it is that you want to believe. I'm not trying to persuade nobody into believing that. We all have the right to believe in whatever it is we want to believe in. So I just want to say that there's nothing wrong with what you believe in. This is just for the people who are interested in spirituality, who are wanting to start and don't know where to start or how to start. I'm just giving tips. Hopefully this can help and inspire somebody, so keep on watching them, y'all. First thing we want to talk about is what? That's the first question. You are going to have to start doing research on exactly what spirituality is, and then from there, once you research it, then read up on it, then you will know that spirituality is exactly what it sounds like. It is a personal thing. It's based on you and your spirit. There's no organized thing to it, and that's what I love about it, because I hate, for me, Christianity was too organized and too controlled, and I feel like it was hard for me to build my own relationship with God and the universe. So spirituality was more comfortable for me, because I was able to, I am able to do things on my own terms. So whenever I feel the need to sit down and talk to the universe and God, whenever I need to meditate, I'm not told to go to a certain place at a certain time on a certain day, or I'm not supposed to be this way, or I'm not supposed to be that way, or just things of that sort. It wasn't, with spirituality, there's not a lot of contradiction. That's just, for me, in my opinion, it's just straight up truth. So that's why I chose it. And you choose you go your own path. I mean, you learn certain things about it that is universal, but ultimately it's your own path. So that, when I really sat down and researched and compared the two, spirituality was more so my speed. Again, not saying nothing is wrong with Christianity or any other religion or belief out there. Spirituality was just the best thing for me. So yeah, that was my learning what spirituality is. Spirituality may mean different things to different people, but that's just what caught my eye. So, the second thing that I want to get into is why. The why behind it, again, I'm gonna say this the whole video, that is a personal thing. My why is not your why. Your why is not another person's why. Their why is not your why. That's what I love about it. We all have different stories and different reasons why we want to do different things. So the only thing I can say, the universal things that can kind of drive you into it, to me, and if you see me looking down again, I'm looking at my notepad, because if I don't write down the notes, then my brain's gonna go to different places. But the first thing I would say is to be self-aware, because one of the biggest things about spirituality is you are searching for your higher self, and so you have to be self-aware to get to that point. So you have to know, which brings me into the next thing, you have to know the pros and cons about yourself. When I say the pros and cons about yourself, we all have a perfect balance of good and bad in us. But I'm not gonna say the perfect balance. We all have good and bad in us, but it's our job to find balance in it. So you have to be self-aware of yourself. So for me, for instance, one of the things that I don't like so much about myself is that I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. And when I say I'm stubborn in a lot of places in my life, I'm stubborn in a lot of places. Like, one thing, if I don't give a shit about something, I don't give a shit. Don't try to make me give a shit. Don't try to talk me into, don't try to persuade me. I don't give a shit, and I'm gonna treat it as such. I don't care. And I'm not even gonna blame it on the fact that I'm a Gemini. Most people may, but I don't care. If I care, I care. I'm all in. But I don't care if I don't care. And that's not always a good thing. Because if somebody might need me for something, and it's just something I don't give a fuck about, it's kind of hard to be there. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be there because that's the type of person I am. But if y'all can understand that area, it's gonna be hard for me to, I'm not gonna say, because I do have empathy, it's hard for me to explain and articulate right now. But if I don't care about something, like, let's say for instance, me and a person have a common injury. I fall out with that person, I go by my way, that person didn't want to believe me about that person, right? Then that person turns around and fucks over the person that I've already fell out with, and that person comes to me and telling me, oh, you was right, da da da. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I hate that you had to go through that, but so why are you talking to me about that person? That's what I mean by that. I'm gonna help you, and I'm gonna be there for you. I'm gonna console you if you need to cry, but don't talk to me about that person, because I don't give a fuck. That's what I mean by that. Also, don't try to make me do something that I don't want to do. I'm not gonna do it. You're gonna have a hard time with me. Don't tell me what I can and can't do. I'm just that type of person, and sometimes I need to work on it, because sometimes people be telling you right and you don't want to hear it. So that's something I need to work on as far as my stubbornness. Another con about me is that I am too giving and too forgiving too. Sometimes I forgive people based on their title in my life. Oh, that's your blank, so I'm gonna forgive you because you're my blank. And then they turn around and they do it again, and then I got egg on my face. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm sitting here sad and all fucked up about it, and then being told I'm playing victim. And in a way, I understand now how that looks and how that sounds, because I knew you showed me the type of person you are, and I chose to forgive, because forgiveness does not mean that you give them the space to do whatever they did again. And I had a hard time understanding it. So that's one of the cons, me actually learning what forgiveness is. I can forgive you and say, okay, you did that, we all have good and bad in us, and that's cool, you're sorry, I understand that, but stay over there. That's something I'm learning to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to give you the space and opportunity to do that shit again. So those are some of the cons about me. I am too forgiving. I am very stubborn, and I feel like that sometimes, a lot of times, I'm not gonna say sometimes, a lot of times it's not conducive to my life and the things that I want to accomplish. So I do feel like that is something that I do want to work on with becoming my higher self. I want to change that, and I want to know when set boundaries but not be stubborn, if that makes sense. So it goes back to knowing that's getting me into my next point. I'm sorry, what do you want to accomplish? I want peace, I want joy, I want abundance, I want success, I want genuine love around me. I want my life to be happy 80% of the time, 80 to 90% of the time. And if y'all see something on my tongue, by the way, sorry, that's my ADHD clicking in. I just had a slushy, so yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, those are the things that I want to accomplish throughout my journey, because I felt like I let people dim my light, and that's my fault. I no longer want to sound victimized. I allowed it to happen, so now it's time for me to search within myself and turn that light back on and never let anyone dim it or turn it off again. So yeah, and then so those are the things that I want to accomplish. I know that I can't accomplish those things if I'm still stubborn, or if I'm still creating. I'm not knowing what forgiveness is. If I'm holding on to things or internalizing things still after saying I forgive you. Yeah, so those are some of the things that I had to understand in my why. How they help me grow. That's another question in your why that you want to ask yourself. It's gonna help me grow. If I'm not stubborn, then I'm able to take constructive criticism, because that goes in with my stubbornness. It's hard for me to take constructive criticism because I've been unnecessarily criticized so much in my life that I don't know the difference between constructive and then you just being an asshole. So that's something that I have to learn as well. So I want to stop being stubborn, and just learn to be self-aware, so that I can tell when somebody is really giving me constructive criticism and when they're just being an asshole. I want to be able to forgive, so that I can say, okay, you did that. I have to learn how to understand people. Oh, that person. I also want to be stop being stubborn, so I can learn to forgive, so I can say, okay, you did that. It's not going to affect my life no more. I can forgive myself too, because that's another thing. I don't forgive myself. I'm very hard on myself. So I can say, yes, you did that. Yes, I allowed you. But guess what? Okay, you did this. I can understand your point of view, because, you know, you don't want to do better. You don't want to learn better. You did the best you can, or whatever the situation may be. But now I know that I got to put you over here. And this, because it's okay to categorize people. What's not okay is when you categorize people without reason. That's not okay. But if this person is showing you that every time you give me an opportunity, I'm gonna do this to you, no, okay, cool, I forgive you, but don't come past this line. You know what I'm saying? So that is going to help me grow, because if I forgive you, you can't come over here and mess up what I got going on, and I pass the next test and I can elevate further, and you go wherever you gonna go, just not over here. So yeah, so I feel like all of that will help me grow, if and it will help me get all of the success, abundance, love, and all of those things. I'll be able to open my eyes and see who really does have my best interest at heart, who really does want to see me succeed, and you know, things of that sort. So yeah, also come up with a routine, y'all. that's gonna be the next. All right, so the next thing is coming up with a routine. Spirituality is gonna be like any other religion. I don't like to call spirituality a religion though. I hate that. Let me not say that. It's gonna be like Christianity, like you go to church on Sundays. The only thing is, like I always say, it's personal to you, but you have to make time to for your spirituality. What I mean by that is, I have this little corner. I don't know if I showed y'all yet in one of my vlogs, but this little corner here is where I sit. I come over here and I pray with my rose quartz pendulum, which is my favorite stone. And that's another thing with stones. You have to see if it wants you, if it chooses you, and then you also have to go based off your needs. Like right now, I need a lot of love. I've lost a lot of love. I've never known what love is in a lot of areas in my life. So this is very important to me, and it chose me as well. So I pray with this. I journal over here. I meditate. A lot of times I move my living room table back. You have to have your own, build your own sanctuary in a sense. I dress my living room up as a beach because water makes me happy. Yellow makes me happy, so I have sunflowers. Pink make me happy, so this little corner is yellow because I didn't want to I have some little pink things, but I didn't want to what's the word, clash with the beach. My beach theme is colorful, but it's mostly blues and whites and stuff like that. So I brought my sunflowers down here because I do have a lot of yellow seashells around. But that's one of my favorite flowers. So all of the things that make you happy and make you feel good, you want to include in your little sanctuary section, or your altar, or whatever you want to call it. Sometimes people put a picture of a loved one that they may have lost. I'm trying to find a perfect picture of my grandma to hang up in front of me, but and give your offering. So your altar or your sanctuary is different based on who you are, or what you want, what you need, or what makes you feel good. Like I said, water and the beach. I've been to 2 different beaches in my life. I want to visit more, and both times I was so happy. I got emotional, and I don't know why, but there's something about the water, hearing the waves, the sun, the sand. It's just so calming to me. So I dress my living room up as so I have a beach all the time. I have my little thing that does the water sounds. I have a little seashell light. So I do my little thing. I put my little mat down, towel mat thing, and it looks like beach water. And I do my meditation, and I do my yoga there when I do that. So that's what I do. I sit down here and I write ideas, what videos I want to post for y'all after I've meditated and gained clarity. I read books over here. Like right now I'm reading The 4 Agreements. I used to think this book was a crock of shit because I seen this floating around a lot on Instagram, and I had a couple people tell me about the book, but it is definitely not. It is an amazing read. I'm learning so much. This book taught me how to not agree with the things that people say, because I have that bad. I've gone throughout my life where people tell me you're not good enough because you're too dark, you're not good enough because you're dumb, you're not good enough, and I sit there and I agree with them. And now I'm taking my power back, which is mostly what this video is about. Now I will make a separate video talking about this book if y'all want me to, because this is a powerful book and I recommend this to anybody. But that's the book that I'm reading right now. I just got into it, so I'm actually going into the 2nd agreement now. So I read the introduction and the 1st agreement. I also have a journal that I write down how to apply this to my life. So that's pretty good as well. So let me know if y'all want a video on it. Oh, I might just do that. I might just do that after I film this. I might just do that. But yeah, so that's part of my routine. Also as well, my routine, spirituality is a lifestyle. So it's not just praying and meditating. It's not just stones. It's everything that you do in your life has to do with your spirituality. Eating, anything you digest. It's not just eating. What you see, what you hear, what you talk about, what you say, all of that goes into your spirituality as well. And I did not know that up until now, because when I first started back in April, May, I was still speaking low. Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, and I wasn't having it because I was saying I don't have it. But now, no, I don't agree with what you're saying about me. I'm not this, I'm not that. And I noticed the more I spoke up, I started to feel better, but things was happening to make me feel worse, if that makes sense. And that's how you elevate. I know it sounds crazy, but it does. Like, it's like you know, I started speaking up for myself. You're not gonna talk to me like that. Okay, well, since I can't do that, I'm gonna cause havoc in your life. Okay, you cause havoc in my life. Ooh, ow, take that on the chin, that hurt. Okay, cool, but it's still fuck you. Go on. I'm not gonna, you can create this in my life, but I'm going to get past it. I'm going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I've cried a lot. I've been fucking angry to the point where I want to fucking hurt people. But I've meditated through that. I've prayed through that. I've loved through that. But I've also created boundaries. And I'm so proud of myself, because a couple months ago I wouldn't have been able to do that. I would have been, oh, but that show whoever, oh yeah, that's my, yo, that she did that to me, but that's my blank. Or no, you gotta go. So I do not talk about certain people. I don't want to talk bad about anybody. When I wake up in the morning, I try not to get on social media. It's the first thing. I get up, I try to make my bed, I go cook for me and my daughter, me and baby girl. When we eat, I turn on her stuff. If I'm not eating at a time, I try to do some laundry. I try to listen to Sarah Jakes Roberts. Even though I'm spiritual, she does a lot of women empowerment, and I love that. So I try to listen to her, or even if it's listening to music. I've been big on Beyonce's Renaissance album lately. Sorry, I keep getting messages on my phone. That is a very good album to listen to. Janae Aiko, Erykah Badu. I listen to things like that. I'm not listening to fucked up music that promotes this fucked up society where nobody wants to be in love, everybody wants to be toxic. I don't listen to that bullshit. That's been working. I feel a whole lot better. Beyonce has done it for me. It's on repeat a couple times a day, I'm not gonna lie. As well as those other artists that I talked about. When somebody brings something to me, I would normally sit and listen, but in the past week, if I don't talk to this person anymore, don't come talk to me about that person. I don't give a damn what they said about me. I don't give a fuck what they told you, what happened, because 9 times out of 10 people tell a one-sided story, and a lot of times they leave out what they did. I don't even care to explain myself. I used to be the one who, oh no, you gonna understand my side. I feel like I'm not understood. Fuck that. If you don't understand, because that's one of the biggest things too, there's different points of views. If that's that person's perception of me, and if that person is committing to misunderstanding me, let them. And if you want to misunderstand me with them, go ahead. I'm not explaining myself no more. I don't get my hands dirty on shit that's beyond my control no more. I'm gonna wash my hands and go that way, and I'm gonna let my ancestors and the spirits who watch over me deal with that. And I'm not gonna wish nothing bad on you. I'm not even gonna say, you know how people say karma's motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. That's creating a spell and wishing bad on people, and that can come back. Have the day you deserve. Have the life you deserve, because that can mean anything. But you're not putting that shit over here. And I mean that wholeheartedly, and I feel so much better. Every day is not a good day, but that is normal. You're gonna have bad days. Some days I feel defeated, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fall 10 times and I'm gonna get up 11. I got little people looking at me, and I especially being brown, being black, I want my kids to know it's gonna be okay. And you're hurt. The people I want to hear me don't have to hear me. Somebody gonna hear me. If it's just y'all being inspired, I know you heard me, because I know it's somebody going out there. I know it's somebody out there that's going through something similar. So there's no reason for me to try to prove myself. So you have to be patient, and that's one of the things that I was getting into. I was saying all that to say this. With your routine, you have to be patient with doing all that, with eating right. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm vegan, because I ain't, and I don't want to be vegan. Now, I don't eat a lot of red meat. That's just my preference, because it doesn't go well with my body. Now, if I'm eating a steak or a burger, you know it's my time of the month, or either I'm pregnant. One of the two. That's the only times I really want a steak or a hamburger or hot dogs and shit like that, because I don't really like that. Most of the time it's gonna be seafood, chicken, and turkey that I eat. I don't eat a lot of junk. Really, my eating habits, you can tell how I feel if you really know me. You can tell how I'm doing based on how I eat. If I'm scarfing down bags of chips, knocking down Dr. Peppers all day long, I'm stressed the hell out, because I eat like ain't when I'm stressed out. If I'm picking at stuff and I don't really want to eat, I am impressed. If I'm just eating normal, because I still do like to eat, but I'm not greedy, if that makes sense. I can take a couple normal bites. I might have a little bit left over, but I'm gonna eat the majority of it, and then I'm gonna be satisfied and go on. That's normal, chicks. That's normal me. But yeah, so that's that. I try to be around people who are like-minded or at their higher selves. Like-minded or higher self, I don't go down here. If I do, I'm pulling you up. I used to didn't understand people who used to say, I don't want to be around nobody who's negative. It's not about being negative. It's like, okay, I'm listening to what you're saying, but if I'm hearing you out and I'm saying, you know, I get it, you're right, I understand, I've been through that, I get it, I know the feelings, I know the anger, but here's how you can get past it. Feel that anger, give yourself a couple days, but don't go past 48 hours. What you want to do about that anger? What can I do to help you? You need me to come help you clean up? You need a bottle of wine? You need to cry? You need to punch? We need to go to the gun range? What we need to do? And you still, but no. I'm gonna let you simmer down. I'm gonna check on you, but I'm gonna let you simmer down, because I done threw out positive things, and I done listened to you and told you I hear you, and you don't seem to be backing down from that. It's not that I don't want to be there, but that's gonna drain me trying to lift you up. I'm trying to pull you up, but you telling me, no, I want to be down here. I've been that person before. And so now I'm on the other side. I understand. Also, people who are naysayers. Like right now, I know a lot of people around me wouldn't understand what I'm trying to do with YouTube, what I'm trying to do in my life, and they'll try to stray me away from it, or try to say this is bullshit, this ain't gonna get me nowhere, all type of shit. I'm not agreeing to that. Yes, it is. You ain't gotta believe in it. Go over there. Don't watch me. Don't support me. I'm still gonna do it and watch it get me somewhere. And when it does, don't come over here saying, I always knew you can do it. No, you didn't. You didn't understand it. You told me it was bullshit. Thank you. Appreciate you. But go back over there. Don't go past that line. Don't go past that line. So that has to be a routine for you. Setting boundaries. What you ingest. Your day has to be, and I'm not saying think about tomorrow. Another thing, you have to be present. You have to be present. I can't say that again. You have to be present. That is important because a lot of our distractions and depression comes from the past or worried about the future. And I had that bad, y'all. I had it bad. So when a thought comes up about the past, I ask myself, is that gonna keep me from reaching my goals? If it will, what can I do to stop it? To keep it from messing up my goals? If it's not gonna keep me from my goals, then I need to not worry about it. Cause it happened. You can't go back and fix it. There's no reset button. Cause if it really was, a lot of us will go back and fix some shit in our lives. But you can't. So I try to routinely work at that. What do I have to do today? Yeah, so those are the type of things that you have to wake up and do every day. I try to go to bed at a decent time. I try to get my self-care in. If you don't have the money or the means to go to the salon, buy some press-ons. If you can't buy no press-ons, a lot of us have nail polish at home. Paint your nails, do a manicure. All you gotta do is wash your hands, brush up on that, push them cuticles back, paint your nails, let your nails dry, and put some lotion on. Wash your feet, scrub them buns, put same thing. I know that it might not feel the same that it does when somebody else is doing it, but the end result is the same. You're gonna look down at your toes and they're gonna look good. You're gonna look at your hands and they're gonna look good. You're gonna feel good. Take care of your skin. Don't let nobody talk to you about bullshit. Don't wake up and read bullshit. If bullshit doesn't affect you, and if you like that stuff, by all means. But if it affects you, don't look at negative stories. Don't look at, just try to be as positive as you can, whatever that means for you. Some people, if they eat a slice of cake, they feel better. Some people take a nap and they feel better. Some people want to watch a romantic movie and they feel better. Some people want to meditate. Do what works for you. I'm just giving examples of what works for me. I work out. For me, I don't get to go to the gym a lot because I don't have help with my children, period. So for me, working out would be when they sleep. I can pull up a YouTube video, put my waist trimmer on, work out in front of the TV, or I can put my waist trimmer on, put my cream on, and dance to Beyonce while I'm cleaning up, while I'm doing laundry. That's working out, and it's been working. The weight is coming off. I have another video that I'll be filming soon about that, but yeah, it's not easy in the beginning because things start to come up, things that you may have been suppressing, things that you may have been ignoring. I've always been I could always, I had the gift of always feeling energy. I just didn't know what it was for a long time in my life. I just figured out what it was, and I ignored it bad because of abandonment issues. I know when somebody don't like me. I know when I'm really not welcomed in a room. I know when somebody doesn't want to be around me. I know when somebody's not good for me. But I also know when somebody is. Now I do, because I couldn't differentiate at first. I could just feel bad things, but I couldn't feel good things. So it just brought a lot of confusion. But now I can feel when somebody really fucks with me, I really loves me, or really wants me to do good and do well. So in this last clip, we're just recapping everything that we spoke about with your mental health slash spiritual journey, healing journey, whatever you want to call it. Make sure that you know what you're getting into, why you're getting into it. So basically you need to be self-aware, know the good and bad about yourself, and ask yourself, is this going to help with my accomplishment? What do I want to accomplish? Is this going to help with my accomplishments? Be patient. You have to have a lot of patience in this, because some days are going to be completely thrown the hell off, and some days are going to be, you're going to feel like it was perfect, smooth. But you got to find balance, and that requires patience. You have to understand the why in things a lot. You have to open that and that first, and then you have to open that and work your way down. Let me see. You have to learn forgiveness. You have to forgive yourself, not just others. You got to forgive yourself, because we all are mad at ourselves, or whatever the case may be, feelings we have towards ourselves for doing certain things in life. We all human. Don't beat yourself up about it. Learn what forgiveness really is. Forgiveness don't mean that you got to forgive somebody and forget they ever did it. No, remember that they did that shit, but don't let it own you. You did that shit. I might have let you back in. You did that shit again. Stay over there. Where you have some people that did that shit and it really was a mistake or a bad choice, and they never did it again. Forgive them. Let them back in. You have to use discernment. Y'all, my arm got towed up, y'all. What else? Self-care. Take care of yourself. Boundaries is not just self-care. What you ingest, whether it's eating, watching, speaking, doing, you have to be careful with that as well. And you know, take care of your skin. Drink water. Get sleep. If you can't sleep, try to turn on some water sounds, nature sounds, whatever the case may be. Get you some melatonin. Get you some of them things to go on your eyes, whatever it is to make you comfortable. If you have to drink a warm glass of milk instead of water, take you a bath, whatever it is, but make sure you're getting rest. If there's a day where you've been going, it's okay to take a day off if you work a 9 to 5. If you don't, you call the shots. Take a day off. We're human. If you want to lay in the bed and sleep all day, if you want to go to the dollar store and get a bunch of snacks and sit in the bed and watch Netflix or YouTube and eat snacks and cry and fart and scratch your ass, do it. I ain't saying do it every day, nah, because that's not conducive. But if you feel like you need to do it because you've been doing so much, do it. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let nobody tell you that it is. Just take care of yourself. I hope y'all doing well out there. That concludes everything that I wanted to say. I want to know how y'all doing. I'm doing good. I'm doing a lot better than I was back in May. I still have my days, but I want to know how y'all doing. Talk to me and I'll talk back. Talk to me in the comments. We can have a conversation. If y'all are YouTubers, y'all self, tag me in some videos where y'all talking about mental health or whatever the case may be. I want to watch. I want to hear what y'all got to say. How y'all spiritual journey is going, things of that sort. So yeah, but that concludes everything, y'all. Please take it easy, love y'allself, take care of y'allself. You know, it's hard out here. I say that with a full and heavy heart. I have nothing but love for y'all. And always remember, you are who you think you are. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. See you in the next video.